Hello and welcome to the Kopala TV main news. And now for today's headlines. Graduating students to reopen next week. Kitwe retirees react towards disbursement of funds. Teachers face challenges amidst the new normal. NDC refutes PF defection on the Copper Belt. And in international news, Black Lives Matter protests hit South Africa. Join us in a bit after this. To present the Kopala TV main news in detail, my name is Wabwila Musongole. The Ministry of Higher Education has announced the reopening of universities and colleges across the country for all graduating students and those in their final year on the 8th of June. Higher Education Minister Dr. Brian Mushimba added that non-graduating students and foreign students will continue to learn online. Dr. Mushimba said that students under TVETA are to reopen on the 1st of July 2020, adding that students must carry their own face masks, soaps and hand sanitizers and that temperatures will be checked. Kitwe residents have expressed mixed reactions on the disbursement of funds to retired government employees as announced by Justice Minister Given Lubinda on Thursday. Details are in the following report. The Zambian government has been under scrutiny in recent times over the transparency regarding government spending. Among the skeptical parties are retirees. However, the pensioners might soon be soothed. Government announced yesterday through the Ministry of Justice that it will start the disbursement of funds to retired government employees on Monday, the 8th of June 2020. Justice Minister Given Lubinda has said that the government owes about 508 million kwacha to nearly 12,500 retirees. Residents of Kitwe town have responded positively, saying that this move is long overdue. Others added that with the recent COVID-19 donations, government is capable of fulfilling their commitment.
The government can still pay the retirees, yes, it can come through. Because if you are to look at the amounts of monies which the government has received from this same COVID-19, they can still cover up and give the retirees their monies.
It'd be okay if the government honors its words, because those people have really suffered for that money.
Many residents, however, are not convinced. Some members of the public have said that the government has long since been promising to give retirees what they are owed, and many have suffered while waiting for it to come to pass.
It's okay, but
but this is surprising because this money has been taken so long, and looking at it, it's the other way around, we can say, because all these years people had suffered a lot. No money, no anything. Besides, some of them had school children going there, house rentals. But how today we heard that this money has been out?
The Justice Minister did confirm that the payment verification date goes as far back as 2019, citing verification difficulties as the cause for delay. Wabwila Musongole, Kopala TV News in Kitwe. The Zambian National Union of Teachers, ZANUT, has expressed concern with the number of challenges teachers are facing amidst the new normal. Speaking to Kopala TV News, ZANUT Copperbelt Provincial Secretary Bunda Katutu says despite the preventive measures put in place to curb the COVID-19 pandemic, infrastructure has been a challenge, especially that classes have to split into about 3 classes to meet the Ministry of Education's directive. Mr. Katutu noted that due to the unavailability of teachers, schools have selected a few teachers who are not specialized in certain subjects to teach examination classes. He added that teachers complain that wearing face masks throughout classes is a challenge. However, ZANUT has appealed to government to recruit more teachers during this coronavirus pandemic.
Yeah, we still have challenges. You know, this is a new thing that we are experiencing. But the fact is that the social distance is being observed because the number of pupils in class has been restricted to the minimum of 20 to 25, depending on the number of the classes they have. But you understand that some of the classes, some of the schools have grade 9s, others have grade 7, grade 9, and grade 12. So infrastructure is a problem. And again, the challenges that we're having is that some of the teachers who have not specialized in to teach examination classes, because others have just been teaching grade 1 to grade 6 or grade 5. Because of the shortages of the number of teachers, they have also been given subjects to teach to assist in the examination classes.
Civil society groupings say there has been no accountability in the way the Ministry of Health is handling donated COVID-19 materials. Speaking to Kopala TV News, Democratic Governance and Human Rights Advocate Executive Director Gerald Mutelo said it is key that the ministry engage the media to show the Zambian citizenry that all the donated materials reach their intended target. Mr. Mutelo said the donations should not be used for politics, but that the donations should be used to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, adding that the beneficiaries of the donations should not only be party cadres but the entire nation. He added that there is need for accountability and transparency at this particular time to inform the nation on how much resources have been received.
Yeah, we still have challenges. You know, this is a new thing that we are experiencing. But the fact is that the social distance is being observed because the number of pupils in class has been restricted to the minimum of 20 to 25, depending on the number of the classes they have. But you understand that some of the classes, some of the schools have grade 9s, others have grade 7, grade 9, and grade 12. So infrastructure is a problem. And again, the challenges that we're having is that some of the teachers who have not specialized in to teach examination classes, because others have just been teaching grade 1 to grade 6 or grade 5. Because of the shortages of the number of teachers, they have also been given subjects to teach to assist in the examination classes. So it is a challenge. Apart from that, you know, it's a new thing that pupils are supposed to be wearing face masks throughout, and it is affecting their breathing. So it's one of those things that we want to see how far it is going to take us, but it is a very big challenge.
Meanwhile, Civil Society for Governance spokesperson Vincent Lengwe advised that the Ministry of Health should come up with a model that the private sector would use to deliver COVID-19 materials directly to various districts.
On that one, I think the issue of accountability is difficult to assess, because we've had situations, for example, on the Soweto market. You remember? On those internal, the market fires that we had. Similar case where there was funds transferred to a national poor account. What has come out? Nothing. No transparency, no accountability. I see the same thing happening with the COVID. If you had used a different model, for example, where in each district, in each district there are the same private sector operators who are donating to government. They can identify for people and the health institutions within the jurisdiction of a district and donate directly. I think it should avoid, because every time we channel such donations through the national treasury, we don't see much transparency or accountability. I think that's my view.
In case you have just tuned in, you are watching the Kopala TV main news. Join us in a bit after this.
Kopala TV, Kopala ya buena mumwesu Kopala. Kopala TV.
My number. Ishusho limenti ndeya zayama uji urushani. Kopala TV yama oji imuntu wandi Yesu fwebene by fwebene fwebene aidede kalasti yako Kopala futi yaba Kopala
manje kuikatashani yoina naena ya kuntambo oroni jiviji
wala iwe ile sango patopsta decoder channel 98 paku ninshi yatobera puta mensa ninshi yalila ni efizimbwe kule izimulila pe munjazi
soyulila ndati Kopala TV tayawanga ya boiling channel wako vatu wachila tamba fe wino kwangwa filamba fyambo kupona uruwa mfotoro pantu ifuma channel fingi fyamo pura fi
alula iwe Kopala TV ni Kopala futhi eile kuchalo no shali mokuba molasti elo ile sansa Kopala yonse my number ukwambila pepa my number pandula lwansha kito paketi ke mufudila mufuken chingola pa chingo begi na chidila iwe ni Kopala TV eiliko
muntu wanja pakushongora fika top star wetata nde tambera pofi Kopala TV pachani 98 apa kude konkana ne charo bumper to bamba ni pate after pate wo pate after pate wo
Kopala TV OG Kopala TV available on Topstar channel 98. Kopala TV, entertainment just for you.
Looking for an opportunity to grow your business? Well, Kopala TV has good news for all small-scale businesses. You can now advertise on Kopala TV's Makwebo. Bonseba na mayo na bashtata. Iseni mulangishe amakwebo yenu pamutengo uachepa nga 100 kwacha. Yes, you heard right. For as low as 100 kwacha, your business will get its peak. Whatever the business, we will advertise. All you need to do is send a text of what your business offers, indicating the name, location, and contact details to the number below. Payment for the advertising spot can be made through MTN mobile money on the number down below. Makwebo, make your business known.
One Zambia, one nation.
Zambia chalo chesu. Stop political violence.
I am Zambian. I am against political violence.
I am Zambian, and I say disarm all cadres now.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
It's not good killing one another as Zambians. Stop the violence.
Let's keep the peace in our streets. Let's work to stay one Zambia.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
Ndimwina Zambia. Lekeni ukulwa pamulandu wa politics.
Welcome back. The National Democratic Party, NDC, has refuted reports coming from the ruling Patriotic Front of having received over 500 defectors from the NDC, believed to have been led by NDC Copperbelt Youth Information and Publicity Secretary Boniface Muvanga in Mufulira District. NDC spokesperson Saboye Mboila advised the PF to be thoughtful with the governance of the country, unlike faking defections. Ms. Mboila urged the PF to sort out a number of challenges experienced in the country.
The PF enjoys incumbency. They're the ones that are ruling, or rather governing this, in fact ruling this country, because they don't even have the capacity to govern us. So what I would like to urge them is to be serious with the running of this country and ensure that things are sorted out. You know, electricity is too expensive in this country. Children have gone back to school and they're sitting on the floor. There's no money in the economy. I'm sure you know that liquidity right now is not there. Simple things, you want a 50 kwacha, you won't find it. These are things that should preoccupy them, not them going around and faking defections, so that they show you as if they have support. Who in their right frame of mind can join the PF?
The Human Rights Commission, HRC, has defended the freedom of expression of artists Kings Malembe Malembe and Brian Wembia, commonly known as B-Flow, following the attacks on them by Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo. In a statement, the Human Rights Commission spokesperson Mwelwa Muleya says the artists' expressions contained in the recorded videos posted on social media are within the realm of the right to freedom of expression as contained under Article 20 of the Constitution of Zambia, Chapter 1 of the Laws of Zambia, and various regional and international human rights. Meanwhile, Opposition Democratic Party DP Copperbelt Youth Chairperson Richard Musa and Deputy Director of Media Louis Simakando have also condemned the Lusaka Province Minister's actions.
Zambia is for all Zambians. Let people speak. Let people air their grievances. As PF, you have a lot of work to do. Look at the gold issue in Northwestern Province. Look at the economy. Our economy, Zambia's economy is in need. Look at the youth. High levels of unemployment. And it's the more reason why Democratic Party will say the youth have been put at the epicenter of development. And this is what we are preaching as Democratic Party. Youth, women, men, and everyone, they have to come together and be part of the development of this country. Unlike a situation where whoever expresses his view, whoever speaks his mind, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
The Southern African Center for Constructive Resolution of Disputes, SACORD, has commended President Edgar Lungu for approving the formation of the Formed Police Unit, FPU, for the police service. In a statement made available to Kopala TV News, SACORD Executive Director Boniface Chembe said the progressive development of Zambia having an FPU needs to be supported by all peace-loving Zambians, as this will only consolidate Zambia's brilliant track record in the maintenance of peace through various peacekeeping missions. Mr. Chembe said that peace in Zambia and around the world does not come by chance, and the necessary investments must always be put in place. SACORD has therefore appealed to government through the Ministry of Finance to take keen interest in ensuring that the Zambia Police Service is assisted in this progressive development of the formation of the FP.
Welcomes and commends President Edgar Lungu for approving the formation of the Formed Police Unit, FPU, for Zambia. The progressive development of Zambia having an FPU needs to be supported by all peace-loving Zambians, as this will only consolidate Zambia's brilliant track record in assisting the universe in the maintenance of peace through various peacekeeping missions. We would like to appeal to the government through the Ministry of Finance to take a keen interest in ensuring that the Zambia Police Service is assisted in this progressive development of the formation of the FPU. Peace in Zambia or around in the world does not come by chance, and the necessary investment must always be put in place. SACORD congratulates the Zambia Police Service for their tireless work to prepare themselves to a position where they are now ready to be deploying an FPU for peacekeeping missions.
Meanwhile, SACORD has congratulated the Zambia Police Service for their tireless work to prepare themselves to come to a position where they are ready to be deploying an FPU for peacekeeping missions. In case you have just tuned in, you're watching the Kopala TV main news. Join us in a bit after our commercial break.
Kopala TV, Kopala ya buena mumwesu Kopala.
My number ishusho limentindeaza yama OG urushani Kopala TV
yama OG imuntu wandi Yesu Fwebene by fwebene, fwebene. I did the kalasti. Yako Kopala futhi yaba Kopala.
Manje kuikatashani yoina. Naena ya kuntamboro ni jiviji.
Wala iwe. Ile sangwa patop stad koda. Channel 98 paku. Ninshi yatolera. Puta mensa ninshi yalila ni efidimbwi. Kule izimoli la femunjazi.
So yuri landati Kopala TV tayawanga ya boiling channel wako watu wachila tamba fe wino. Kwangwa filamba fyambo kupona. Uruwa mfotoro. Pantu ifuma channel wefingi fyamo pura fi.
Alola iwe, Kopala TV ni Kopala futhi kuchalo. No shali mokuba molasti. Elo ile sansa Kopala yonse my number. Ukwambila pepa my number pandola lwansha. Kito paketi ke mufudila mufuken. Chingola pa chingo begi na chidila iwe. Ni Kopala TV liko.
Muntu wanja pakushongora fika top star we tata nde tambera pofi Kopala TV pachani o 98 apa kude konkana ne charo bamba to bamba ni pate after pate wo pate after pate wo Kopala TV OG yeah.
Kopala TV available on Topstar channel 98. Kopala TV, entertainment just for you.
Looking for an opportunity to grow your business? Well, Kopala TV has good news for all small-scale businesses. You can now advertise on Kopala TV's Makwebo. Bonseba na mayo na bashtata. Iseni mulangishe amakwebo yenu pamutengo uachepa nga 100 kwacha. Yes, you heard right. For as low as 100 kwacha, your business will get its peak. Whatever the business, we will advertise. All you need to do is send a text of what your business offers, indicating the name, location, and contact details to the number below. Payment for the advertising spot can be made through MTN mobile money on the number down below. Makwebo, make your business known.
One Zambia, one nation.
Zambia chalo chesu. Stop political violence.
I am Zambian. I am against political violence.
I am Zambian, and I say disarm all cadres now.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
It's not good killing one another as Zambians. Stop the violence.
Let's keep the peace in our streets. Let's work to stay one Zambia.
It's not one Zambia if we kill each other. Stop the violence.
Ndimwina Zambia. Lekeni ukulwa pamulandu ama politics.
Welcome back, and now for international news. Supporters of the Black Lives Matter movement gathered around the South African Parliament in Cape Town on Wednesday. Protesters expressed solidarity with African-American George Floyd in the United States. Floyd, 46, died after a Caucasian Minneapolis police officer pressed his knee against the handcuffed, unarmed black man's neck as he cried that he couldn't breathe.
The Black Solidarity Campaign, it wants to establish a process of movement building. The end state will be the creation of an anti-neo-colonial, anti-imperialist movement, anti-new world order movement. We've got to start somewhere. Some people in the world are far ahead of us, right? But just because some people in the world are far ahead of us doesn't mean that we cannot begin. It's better late than never, right?
It is said that we have to get to the stage, but unfortunately people want to see or hear something first before they act. You know, I mean, even the case of Collins Kosa or the case of George Floyd, if we take the statistics into consideration, they say for every rape case that gets reported, 8 go unreported. So even in this case of these cases that got reported, 8 or more other cases that never made it to the media.
Floyd died after a white Minneapolis police officer pressed his knee against the handcuffed unarmed black man's neck as he cried that he couldn't breathe. The protesters also paid homage to Collins Kosa, a South African man allegedly beaten by soldiers enforcing COVID-19 lockdown restrictions in April. The man later died in hospital. South African media have been emphasizing similarities between the two cases.
Waterways near Russia's Siberian city of Norilsk has been rapidly polluted by a recent spill of more than 20,000 tons of diesel fuel, according to state media. Russian President Vladimir Putin declared on Wednesday a state of emergency, dedicating federal resources to the cleanup effort. He said local officials have been inefficient with dealing with the disaster. The spill occurred on Friday last week when a diesel tank ruptured at a thermal power plant, according to a statement by the city's main employer, metals miner Nornickel. Al Jazeera has the details once again.
Footage released by the Russian Investigative Committee suggests the sheer volume of the spillage overwhelmed the concrete levees intended to contain minor leaks. Tens of thousands of tons of diesel escaped into the surrounding area. It was 2 days before the regional government raised the alarm to Moscow, and in a televised video conference, a visibly angry President Putin berated them for the inadequacy of their response, even questioning whether the governor had taken leave of his senses.
What's going to be done? You're the governor. Are we going to learn about emergency situations through social media now? Have you lost your mind over there?
Norilsk is home to the world's largest producer of nickel and is already one of the most notoriously polluted places on Earth. The nickel factory emitted nearly 2 million tons of sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere in 2018, 3 times more than the second worst emitter. Now, the land and water are also environmentally impacted. This incident has dumped more than 20,000 tons of diesel and lubricants into the surrounding river system and into the subsoil.
Finally, in foreign news, starting Monday, foreign airlines can once again fly into China. Beijing had refused to let in American passenger flights due to the coronavirus pandemic. But the easing of restrictions follows an announcement by the US saying that it is banning all Chinese airlines starting from June 16th. We monitored Al Jazeera for this story.
China has already announced relevant policy adjustments. We hope the US side will not create obstacles for resolving this issue.
The move is an apparent retreat from an escalating airline dispute with Washington. On Wednesday, the US announced it would ban all Chinese airlines starting on June 16. It said Beijing failed to respond to requests by United and Delta Airlines to resume flights this month, while Chinese carriers continued flying to American cities.
That item ends the Kopala TV main news for today, but before we go, we recap on our headlining stories. Graduating students to reopen next week. Quito retirees react towards disbursement of funds. Teachers face challenges amidst the new normal. NDC refutes PF defection on the Copper Belt. And in international news, Black Lives Matter protests hit South Africa. Thank you for watching the Kopala TV main news. My name is Wabwila Musongole and pleasant viewing.